what values Dobson promoted? I know this was like really personal to you. Your parents, I guess, were followers of Dobson's child rearing advice.
He was promoting corporal punishment, but he would promote it in this very ritualized way. And he thought you could sort of, or should, strive to break a child's will without breaking their spirit. If you're spanking a child, whether that's with a hand or a switch, you should immediately tell a child, I love you. I'm just doing this for your own good. And in my view, I think some Christian parents kind of saw in that permission to exceed even the parameters that Dobson set out. I saw on Instagram, for example, someone was talking about, her mom began following Dobson and started beating her children with a riding crop, which is not in any of Dobson's books. But the point was, corporal punishment was good for a child, spare the rod, spoil a child. And, people would take that in the directions they took it. And so in my case, I do think it was really excessive. The idea that you're not supposed to spank your children in anger maybe sounds nice on paper, but that's not really how it worked out for me or for a lot of other people. And because Dobson was also a proponent of like homeschooling and traditional gender roles, there was really no escape. I could maybe go to somebody at my church, but frankly, I didn't trust anybody at my church either, even when I was still a Christian. So it was very much feeling of like, well, there's just no way out from any of that. And you do start to think, well, maybe there is something wrong with me. Maybe I deserve to be hit in this way. Maybe I deserve to be pushed or shoved or yelled at. And when you kind of combine that with religious messages about, you were born with a sin nature, and God had to send his perfect son to die for you, and you didn't really deserve that. Wasn't it nice of him? It's not great psychologically. That's how I would put it.